pipeline today.
Mr. Janapo, just hold for me. Let me bring in Kwadwo Poku. Kwadwo, you can share your thoughts on that now. Because the accusations have been made, I wanted Mr. Janapo to at least share what his specific thinking was on that. Kwadwo, over to you.
Let me look. Genser is an IPP. So that is why everybody is saying that if you are doing that for Genser, you should do that for other companies. Genser is an independent power producing company. They produce power and sell to the mining companies. They are like Ameri, they are like Car Power, they are like, what do you call it, Car Power and Asogli. The difference between Asogli, Car Power, and Genser is that Genser builds these power plants for the mines. They generate the power using gas and sell it to the mining companies. So you cannot classify them as an industrial company when they are an IPP, because the license they have from Energy Commission is an IPP company. So that is the clarification I wanted to give. That is why you can't classify them as an industrial company. They are an IPP.
So per the contractual agreement then, if they are classified as an industrial company, automatically there's a problem. It's
wrong. You can't do that. It's wrong.
How did we end up here then? How did we end up here then with this classification?
Okay, so let me explain. Let me explain further. Okay, so let's understand what Genser is. Genser is a company that's been operating as far back as 2012. They have plants in the mines that they put in there, and they've been using LPG and other source to generate gas to generate power for the energy for the mining companies during the Dumso era. Okay. Now, along the line, when Ghana Gas built the pipeline from the Abuaze to Pristia, it means that gas was now available closer to where their customers were or where their customers are. So when the gas got to Pristia, Genser now went into a contractual agreement with Ghana Gas to offtake the power from Pristia and extend it to their customers. But this is where it gets a bit tricky. There was a letter from Energy Commission in 2019. Now, at all points, Genser have sought to get discounts because they are saying that, look, we are building the transmission lines to our customers. And because we are building the transmission lines to our customers, you should give us a bit of a discount, or we are going to use more gas than any other person. It's a business. It's a private man. He always wants the best for his customers. So he asked them for a discount. It's not a problem. They wrote to Energy Commission in 2019, and Energy Commission told Ghana Gas that they cannot give a discount to Genser because everybody has to buy on the weighted average because it's a regulated market. GNPC, who owns the gas, takes the gas at a take or pay from ENI. So you cannot deregulate it and let everybody go about and sell it the way they want it. So there is a letter which from Energy Commission explains that you cannot give the gas out discounted. But they now put a caveat and said that, look, even if you want to give a discount, that discount has to be a refund for the investment that they are making. So this is what it means. If Genser is prepared to build a pipeline and you want to give them a discount for the investment, then that discount you're giving them for the investment should be a refund for the investment, which means in the long term, that pipeline will have to be owned by the state because the state would have refunded them for the investment. Now, something very curious in GNPC's presentation to Parliament yesterday. They keep mentioning we reserve capacity. My point to GNPC is very simple. Genser only builds pipeline to their customers. Now, why are you reserving capacity on that pipeline? What benefit is it to you? Now, if you follow the Energy Commission advice, if you give him the discount, in the long run, you will own that pipeline. So why are you reserving capacity? And in some cases, they say that they are reserving capacity for 25 years at an extra 9 years. Who is making that decision? A pipeline that we can own. We are letting the person own it, give him a discount, and say that we are reserving capacity. The guy is only building pipeline to his customers. So why are you reserving capacity on that pipeline?
Does that mean that stance technically does not make sense? That approach?
It does not. No, it does not make sense. And for me, I'm very sad that the parliamentarians did not call us to the meeting, because I think as civil society, ASAP and Imani raised the issue. And when they were calling GNPC, they should have called the civil society for us to come. Because we have sat down and done the analysis. Ben has spent a lot of time on this matter. We've all sat and looked at the data. And let not anybody, and I'm very surprised the minister is defending this thing. GNPC has come out to say that they are not government. GNPC is an entity on its own. They have a board chairman. Why is the minister defending them? Before ASAP comes up with anything, before Imani comes up with anything, the likes of us, the likes of Dr. Manteya, the type of a lot of people look at this data, and we are convinced that there's something wrong going on. The state is being cheated. And somebody will come out and say, somebody has got it wrong. They have got it wrong.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because you are intimating the state is being cheated, and the state is retorting that, look, you don't have your facts right. We'll get into that. I'll go back to Benjamin Wache shortly, but stay with me, Kwadwo Poku. So we've heard from the chairman of the committee. We've heard from the chairman, okay, Samuel Atachia. He says, you as a group of CEOs, after conducting your research, you should have gone to the GNPC. You did not do that. Why?
Okay, so let me explain. When you are doing analysis, you need information from both sides. Most of these information are public knowledge. As Ben reiterated, the agreement that they have signed, which is the subject of the analysis, is a public document. Okay, so if there is an agreement between two entities, I look at the civil society space, we look at these documents, look at the letter from from Energy Commission. We look at letter from even EMT, Economic Management Team, directing that somebody should be made to sell power to only the power supplies and somebody should be made to do this. We look at all of this and ask ourselves, the supreme concern is Ghana getting value for money? Is Ghana being cheated? And as per the agreement, if me and you, we use electricity, we are paying more for power. The gas that we use, we are paying at 6.08. But a private company who makes money as a private individual and makes profit into his pocket is getting that gas cheaper. And the reason somebody is doing that is because they are reserving capacity on a pipeline. Meanwhile, that pipeline he is building, we have not cited any law that allows a private company to own pipelines. So I think Ghana Gas is the only company that we know are allowed, and I stand to be corrected. I think Ghana Gas is the only company that we know is allowed by law to basically build these pipelines. So if they want to make the investment, then it should be a boot, build, operate, and transfer. After they have recovered the investment through the discount you are giving them. So if we do this right, all the pipelines that these guys, Genser, is building, in the long run, after they recovered the investment through the discount, should now be owned by the state, and they should pay us for transmitting those pipelines, not the reverse.
Mr. Wache, what else do you find dodgy about this entire contract? Because it appears as we peel it like an onion, layer by layer, there seem to be many problems. The categorization of the company as an industrial one, the pipeline that must be constructed and the size of it, the extension of it, and excess power and all of that. But what else do you find problematic, about this entire contract?
No, I think the whole arrangement doesn't sit well with us, and that's what we're raising the concerns. I mean, I heard Honorable say that the approval of 6.5 was wrong in the first place. And if you check the letter that was written by the Energy Commission, it was really to correct that. It means that it was wrong.